Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of Cross Blitz Fables. Continuing on our campaign with Seto. Yesterday we unlocked a new deck archetype, the cooking deck, and today I want to try it out. So let's proceed to the next battle and then build our new deck. Right. So we can proceed up north now, and we can also see that we are unlocking a new card shop. So let's see if they've got anything that we want in our cooking deck. Right. An event first. We've barely left town and the temperature has dropped significantly. We keep moving, we'll stave off the cold. Get that blood pumping. Let me take a look at the map. Wouldn't want us to get lost. Now, let's see here. Oh, what? The map? Where'd it go? Hey, easy as cheese. Damn it, you little thief! Give it back! No can do, lady. Gotta get that shrine ASAP. Beep boop. Apologies. May I offer you both a cup of hot cocoa as consolation? We don't got time for that. Come on, let's scram. Catch you later. Wait, come back. The little folk thief and his golem companion dash into the mountain pass, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. And you wanted to share the map with them. We can't seem to catch a break, can we? But we mustn't give up hope. He's quick, but the weather will surely slow him down. Then let's get moving. I got a tournament to win. Alright, so what's new? We already saw that page. Now we've got uppercut, deal 2 pirate damage to a minion and add a copy of it to your hand. Oh, a little bit of stealing enemy cards. Interesting. Fume kick, choose a minion in an enemy occupied column, give it +3 power and force it to attack. Ooh. That's nice. I do want to try that out in the roguelike mode, where you have access to trample, so you can make even better use of potentially overkilling minions in enemy lanes. And we gotta cook. After you play an ingredient, give this and the ingredient barrier. So let's go over the strategy I wanna use real quick. So let's create a new deck. And custom deck. Rename it to cooking deck. So, right. Yeah, we'll equip it right away. Reset our skill tree. Unlock all of the nice cooking stuff. We got 3 points left, so we can put in some other cards as well. Not really worried about HP right now, so let's just unlock all the 3 cards I can right now. So the main strategy is going to be to build around that ultimate, Octo Ramen Shack, play 3 dishes, and then summon a Geomancer, and if you don't control one, summon a Geomancer, and if you do, then remove inanimate from it. So the Geomancer has a stat line of 18/18, which of course is crazy. It's gonna kill most enemies in 1 or 2 turns. But inanimate means it can't attack. It just sits there like a wall and blocks. So usually you'd have to play 3 dishes, activate the ultimate, play 3 more dishes, and then you can end the game. And what I'm gonna try to do is remove that requirement to play a second ultimate. So first, let's put in some sous chefs. 1 mana 1/1s that add ingredients to our hand. That's gonna be essential to make those dishes. And then Harmony silences and all minions and traps. So removes any kind of special ability, stat buffs, debuffs, and keywords, including, hopefully, inanimate. So I have done this before, but I don't know if they patched it out during one of the last 2 updates. Haven't played since then, so we'll see. But if it does, we can just play 3 dishes, probably rather quickly if we can draw enough sous chefs, play a Harmony, and go to town. And while we do that, we will also debuff all the enemy minions. So let's fill up on silences as well. And so now for that Coral Cook, I don't really think that's gonna be useful. I want to either put something in my deck that helps me cook dishes faster, which this minion doesn't do. It doesn't add any ingredients, it just buffs ingredients on the plate. And I also want some spells to potentially remove any chump blockers that might stand in the way of our Geomancer. So if we have enough space, I might add one of these 2 spells. So go back to our deck, edit it, and let's put in remaining silences. 70 more cards that we can put in. Let's take care of the relics real quick. So I'm gonna put in spell cost reduction. I'm gonna put in the Rumble Ring for those fist cards. Can help clear chump blockers. Probably not gonna use Training Chi. Demon Sugar Spoiled Pastry, which we can do every turn. Maybe. Okay, what else do we got in terms of cooks? Sizzling skillets aren't removed after cooking? Maybe. We got the Zealous Cook. At the start of your turn, redeem a random ingredient. Yeah, let's do that as well. We also got the Delicacy Dealer. Summon 4 Sizzling Skillets. I think I'll take that as well for skillets, which turn into dishes. Means that we can instantly trigger our ultimate if we get this far. Maybe put in the chef, just in case. And let's see, maybe we can respec for some better frost spell. Doesn't look like it. We could only get Shiver's Shade if we respec into the ice deck archetype. Let's leave it as is for now and change our deck to fit whatever missions we all get. So play 2 minions with a death effect and play 2 pyro spells. And deal 5 damage to the enemy hero in a single turn. So if we can pull off our ultimate move, that last mission, should be very easy to do, because our Jumanji does 18 damage. Playing 2 pyro spells, also very easy to do with our relic. We just redeem 2 blaze fists. So let's get some death minions. Do we have any? I don't think we do. So I think the only death minion we have access to right now is the Shiver Shade, actually. So let's unlock that. And put that in. Right, 8 more cards. Let's put in some Cyclone Blast. As I said, I want to get some removal in there. I like Jab. We can use it early to kill some 1/1s, then use it later when we get Gut Blow to kill some bigger minions, and then Apex Strike, then we kill some very big minions. Just some nice card advantage, and it just scales up to whatever we need at that point in the fight. So 2 more cards. So what else do we want? Could pick up Freeze Fist. Could... How's our curve looking like? Lots of 1 mana cards. Couple of 2, 3, 3s and 4s, so wait, did I not? I have the Delicacy Dealers, so why is he not showing up in the curve? That's weird. It should be 2 for 7+, but Oh. Anyway, maybe let's put in something mid-rangey. I could maybe put in some Mokies who can scale up when all of our sous chefs die. I could I think I'll put in Brunswag, just because it has guard, so it can lessen the damage we take. Guard cuts that in half, so we can stall for time to build up our big ultimate. And yeah, 2 more relics. I don't think we're gonna run into trouble with hand size, so I'll put in that sugar swirl pocket oven. And both the chopsticks and the training chi are useless right now because we don't have any barrier minions or focus minions. But yeah. Oh, actually, I can't take those. I've said before that this silver relic slot is for elder relics, but apparently I can't put a common relic in that elder relic slot. Okay, well, in that case, it doesn't matter anyway. So we will fight that big dinosaur, Tundrasaur. I think that's like about the second to last fight. I already played in the beta. This one was kind of hard, I think. Well, harder than the initial fight. So let's see. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna skip through like this pre-battle dialogue. I just want to get to the fight. But yeah, big dinosaur eats angry. He wants to eat us or something. No, we fight. And yeah, I want to have 1 harmony in hand. I also want to have as many chefs as I can get my hands on. Maybe I'll cut some of these. It seems like we are getting flooded with these, but right now we'll just try it out. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this as well, and I think I'm okay with the jab too. And that means we already have a pyro spell. We need 1 more. And maybe so I think if I remember correctly, this enemy is gonna put down some very big minions. That's what Troubasaurs tend to do. So I think I'll pick a Frost Fist, so that one of my spells can delete those as quickly as possible. Play a sous chef, get some grain, and got 2 little bud shrubs. They have overgrow. That's like one of the signature keywords for this archetype, this dinosaur slash Troubasaur archetype. And it just means that they spawn another minion to the right. Or if we played it, it would be to the right, and for the enemy it's to the left, although if we played from the enemy's perspective, it would be to the right as well. So yeah, that means that just means that the enemy can quickly overwhelm us if they keep playing those, and they also have the effect of reducing costs of Travesaurs in the deck as well. And Travesaurs tend to have some very expensive cards with huge stats. So if we kill off these bot shrubs, these can get out a lot quicker. Yeah, anyway, I don't have another cook I can play right now, so instead I'll just jab. Should have probably killed this bot shrub. Oh, sometimes the AI is a little bit dumb with placement of overgrow minions, but they played the second one in the backline anyway, so it doesn't matter. And actually, I was wrong about the cluttered hand, apparently. Of course, since we are gonna generate those ingredient cards, we will have a very full hand, so maybe putting in that oven relic was a mistake after all. But yeah, let's play Zealous Cook, block one of the bot shrubs, free up our hand, and yeah, so we can draw one card and generate an ingredient next turn, so we should be fine. I would appreciate a Cyclone Blast. Also, I don't have any I don't know the recipes for all the food spells right now. I wish there would be a feature where I can see all the recipes, but let's just take some spice and put it in here, and then I will play Tame Taknori. And we got Clucky Fried Rice. Okay, so grain plus spice makes a healing spell that also forces a minion to attack. And we can get another one next turn. I'm gonna pause the recording and just make some notes about the recipes. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I'll just keep taking notes on all the recipes, so we can be a little bit more deliberate about these. So yeah, next turn we're gonna run into trouble with hand size. Hopefully the Zealous Cook will trigger before our draw. And let's take some seafood, and oh, we did have enough space for a draw, or no, I guess we got offered the ingredient, but we still drew before we redeemed our card, so now we don't have the redeemed card. That's a little weird, but okay. Yeah, kind of sad, because we could have gotten a 3-ingredient dish. But let's get a Zealous Cook. Gonna keep this skillet. Maybe those 2/2 barrier creatures would have been good to get. Anyway, even if we are not playing around them really, just to protect the sizzling skillet if we get our legendary out, although that's kind of unreliable since we only have one of those in the deck. But also just to trigger the cooking more consistently. We can play a lucky fried rice. I don't want to play it on this one, because right now this the rightmost lane is clogged with bud shrubs. I don't want to kill off one of those bud shrubs now and let something stronger in. This one's gonna attack anyway, this one's gonna attack and die anyway, so I'm going to... Oh, is it just... Yeah, it always attacks drum, so I'm gonna play it on our octopus guy. Because I could have played two 1-mana cards to make enough space for an ingredient. But I also need to play those dishes to get some progress. Snow Shrub. Before being attacked, freeze the target. I wonder if that includes me playing hero spells. Well, let's see. Let's play a Pyro spell. Need to do that anyway. Let's protect our sizzling skillet. Play jab. And right now we have 8 cards in hand. We have 2 ingredient generating cards, and we will draw 1 card, so we would need 7 if we want to be 7 cards in hand or less to draw every card we can next turn. Question is, do I want to use up my Frost Fist? I don't think I want to do that. Because 1 ingredient is enough to max out that skillet. And we don't need more skillets right now, because we have that legendary minion on board. So I'll just end turn. Okay, we get a bunch of snow shrubs, and let's just pick the seafood spread twice, just to make sure that this is the ingredient we get. And if we play that, we will get a Surf and Turf Curry. Give a minion -1/-1. Move it to the right if occupied. Attack them instead. Kind of a downgrade to what we have right now, to be honest. I will note that down. Right, so yeah, it also costs 3 banner instead of 2 for the Clucky Fried Rice. I can see the utility in that spell, just moving a minion out of the way, making space for a minion to attack an empty lane. Especially good if we get that Drum Muncher on the field. But I don't really need this right now. So let's let's heal this guy. He's gonna die anyway. But I don't want this attack twice. I guess I should have played it on the other Zealous Cook. Let's but can deal 1 damage to all. Does this get HP if I place another ingredient in it? Doesn't look like it. Bummer. Yeah, I kind of mishandled that turn, to be honest. But I can play our delicacy dealer. That next turn I can play another one to redeem hopefully at least one of these skillets. Okay, so we have Ruby Tuna Taki. So we have a couple of the 3 ingredient dishes. Let me write all of these down as well. Okay, so that's 3 more recipes added to the book. Nothing else for us to do here. And if we play the delicacy dealer, we won't be able to redeem all of the dishes, so but also I don't want to clear this row because then we win. And I want to try getting our second death minion. I wonder what happens if I silence the skillets. I mean, I guess they just turn into 0-3s or 0-2s because the getting a dish is a card effect. Screw it. I'll just plop this down. And, oh, actually this is not a chef. Well, that's awkward. I will probably replay this fight. Yeah. And there's the Tundra Saw. The big bad. Let's kill it quickly. Unfortunately, we lose all of our dishes. But now we have time to draw our second Shiver Shade. So there it is. So now we can play the Shiver Shade. That gives us the play 2 Death Minions mission. And well, we can end the fight right here. Oh, well, we still do, because this will deal 4 damage. And actually, if we play the Silence, we get to deal 8 damage. So yeah, totally on purpose for that extra overkill. Right, another level up. That gives us access to Firestorm Fury if we want. We also unlocked Glacier Guard. Freeze all enemy minions and gain +2 thorns until the next turn. So that's effectively, thorns means that if a hero attacks, if a minion attacks your hero, you'll deal that much damage to that minion. And since all the minions are frozen after the spell, this is effectively 4 attack that your hero is getting, which can clear a lot of minions. Can basically be a board clear at the cost of eating some damage. So the dinosaur calmed down. And we are fighting the robot now. Our missions are destroy 1 enemy trap. You can destroy traps by playing silence cards, so that's already working in our favor. Play 2 pyro spells and play 2 minions with Hothead. Okay, so let us swap out those Shiver Shades. And we have a couple of options for Hothead minions. I think I will opt for Bullet Fists. Because this gives us Kaze Split, which gives us 3 Kendos. So we need to draw 1 card, and we already have enough Hothead minions for the mission. And for the remaining skill points, let's just get the HP. Swap in the Bullet Fist. Let's unequip the oven. Maybe it makes sense to unequip the fist string as well, since the fists do contribute to cluttering our hand, but I think I will keep it, and then maybe we just waste our fist spells early. And now the question is, do we want that 2 mana 2/2? And I think I will try it else, because we had a couple of issues drawing our cooks consistently. And then we can kick out those Brundlewigs and maybe we don't need those jabs. Because in terms of damage spells, we already have some of those in the deck, and we are also going to cook some damage spells. And jab is also a part of our current hand size problem. So get these out, put in the coral cooks. Then fight the robot. The robot is going to have a trap deck. So traps are sort of hidden cards on the board that have a couple of effects that sabotage us. So it can turn our minions into useless cluckies, or it can counterspell our spells, or several kind of annoying effects. We drew a bunch of chefs. I think I'm going to kick out one of them, so I can play a Sous Chef on turn 1, a Zealous Cook on turn 2, because we have a coin, as we can kind of see behind those cards. And then maybe we can, okay, we can just redraw our Sous Chef. And we need to play parry spells, so we are going to take Blaze Fists. And our opponent played a Tinker Taunt, draw a trap, and reduce its cost by 1. I'm okay with that. I probably match up okay into a trap deck. There are a lot of spells that I don't really care about being countered, and I have a lot of fodder for any potential anti-minion traps as well. So here we can see all the possible effects. It could be rockets, which deals a bunch of damage if we kill one of his minions. That I'm not worried about right now because it doesn't have any minions. Mana Diffuser, that's the counterspell basically. Gizmo Provisions can protect a minion against an attack. And the Borg Beam, which turns one of our minions into a 1/1 Clucky, which is just a minion without special effects. And the only thing I'm worried right now is the Clucky Beam. So I am going to play the Sous Chef. It is a Clucky Beam. So now I can play a second Sous Chef, and I do wonder whether I can. No, I cannot add grain into grain. So we have another trap in our hands. I am just going to risk it, being a Clucky Beam. Unfortunately, he did draw 2 Clucky Beams in a row. He drew a silent spell. I kind of want to keep it until we play another minion. So let's play a blaze spell and end our turn. And oh, it was a trap we haven't seen yet, something that froze our minions. And turned everything into clockies. Well, I'm kind of just waiting to get any sort of ingredient generator. So it seems like there is some kind of trap we are not shown that he might have. There are 2 traps on the board now, so I think now it's worth playing that silence. And okay, that's an interesting interaction. The counter spell triggered before our silence spell did. So now let's play a Coral Cook just to bait a potential Clucky Beam. This is not a Clucky Beam. Okay. So there is some kind of trap that freezes all minions if we attack or something in that vein. We have another trap. I don't want this to be a Clucky Beam, so let's bait it out. Okay. Now we can play our sous chef. We did get a different ingredient. So now we have another Clucky fried rice. Let's redeem the spell. And actually, how much damage are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we are actually going to end the fight right here. So we still didn't get to use our ultimate combo. Let's try that again. Yeah, I want a chef. I don't really need a Cyclone Blast. He's not playing a lot of minions. Don't need an 8 mana card in hand either. Deal with Place Fists. And let's get an ingredient, shall we? So, some kind of trap on the board. No point in playing that ingredient without being able to follow it up with a second one. We drew our Bullet Fist, so now we can get our Hothead minions. Let's play Blaze Fists. We are going to give him 2 traps, but I kind of just want to make space for our Kaze split. That's a bummer. We lost one of our cooks. But now, does that count as a... It does not count as a played hothead minion. So I think the way it works with traps is that you can never have two traps of the same kind. So this cannot be a Clucky Beam, I believe. Yeah. So now the only mission is to destroy an enemy trap. Let's just get that done. Could have done it in a different order, but we already won against that enemy, so the only thing I really care about is completing those other two missions. And now we just keep waiting. We get another cook. This is still the same trap from before. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was just on the same tile. Yeah, actually the matchup is not as good as I thought initially. Well, could be a Clucky trap. If it is, then so be it. Okay, that's a new recipe. And that's also a new recipe. So let me write those down as well. So, I think that means that we have discovered all of the 3 ingredient recipes, because I have 6 of them now. And this one I quite like. Deal 3 frost damage to a minion and every minion in its column. It can clear column, so if we get our big bad on the board, we can clear the way for him to attack. We somehow need to get one of our cooks on the board. I could play a Cyclone Blast, but then I'd have to kill one of... well, at least 2 of my sizzling skillets. So instead I will wait for this candle to attack, and we will still block, or we just have lethal on the board. We are approaching an hour, so I'll do one more fight. And then hopefully get our ultimate at least once. But it seems that right now our enemies are still just a little bit too weak. Where they just die before we have any chance to trigger it. A relic shop, interesting. So now we see our first Elder Relic. Whenever a Brawler minion dies, give another Brawler minion +1 power. So that's good for the focus deck. Frost damage +1. Which is a pretty good buff, because a lot of freeze spells, frost spells also freeze. doubling damage, so this is effectively frost damage +2 for a lot of spells. Your minions have hot head. Kind of a double-edged sword, because yeah, it does mean that all of your minions attack immediately, but if you want to block a lane, it also means that that's more difficult. If you want to place some chunk blocker in front of a big minion, then that's not really a option you have anymore. So, unfortunately, nothing that synergizes with our cooking deck just yet. We get some crafting materials. We have another event. Going to mostly skip over this as well. The master ratio changed. Nothing left for Naomi to learn. Both are getting tough. Alright. Let us proceed. And actually maybe I will buy the Frost Spell Relic. We have a couple of these. We can also equip the chopsticks because we do have a minion with barrier now, but we're not really relying on that one. So I prefer the frost damage buff instead. And oh, timely surrender. There he is. Ah, shucks, looks like you got me. Of course we did. A pipsqueak like you could never outrun two experienced warriors like us. Seto, let's throw him off the mountainside. That'll teach him a thing or two. That seems a bit drastic. Look, I'll hand over the map. No hard feelings, yeah? I'll put it in that chest over there. Take a look. That's very kind of you. See, Nilmi, even those who've gone astray are still capable of respectable decency. Yeah, sure. Open the chest already. And we get a Clucky. That's not a map. Cluckies? Suckers. You really think I'd hand over the map so easily? You rotten little thief. I'll wring your neck. Watch your temper, Mop Top. You might blow a gasket. Come on, Gizmo, let's go. Beep boop. Apologies, seafaring travelers. Please take good care of our Cluckies. I consider them family. Seto, quit messing with those birds and let's get moving. We're losing them again. Such rowdy creatures. Is this what poultry farmers are forced to contend with? And yeah, if we want to, we can add Cluckies to our deck. Which there is actually a relic that buffs minions without abilities. Maybe we'll see it later on. But otherwise they are pretty useless. And we get another dinosaur. And we have the opportunity to craft some stuff. Norfin, we saw that last episode. Eats one of your cards. Gives a little buff to another one. Good if you have relics that synergize with this. We know this, we know this, we know this. Oh, we got the Hangry Clucky. Devour a minion with less power than this. Also, going into that Devouring archetype. Nice thing about this card is that all of those Devouring cards buff minions in your hand, so this Hangry Clucky can get pretty big and then eat some almost eat a minion that's almost as big and get even stronger. So very scary in some situations. Pluckbot can steal traps. Just a tech card if you're playing against the trap deck specifically. Don't know if we will encounter a lot of these. Probably one or two if we are getting access to this. Or maybe it's just a flavor thing for defeating the Pluckbot. And oh, we get, yeah, right, we unlocked that last time as well. Another chef card. After a minion is devoured, give minions in your hand its stats. Okay, so this is kind of like a minion in intersecting the cooking synergies, because it's a chef card, and devour synergies, which we are not building around. So I think I'm fine. Let's see what we have to do. Defeat the enemy's Scorch 2 tile, so we are keeping the Fist Relic. Deal 3 Pyro damage. So we can do that by playing a Bullet Fist, for example. Kill 2 friendly minions during your turn before combat. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want the Bullet Fist, because the easiest way to do that is to get out those Kendos, then kill 2 enemy Shrubbersoul minions in a single turn. Also, not that hard to do, because a lot of these come with Overgrow. So if he plays 1 minion, he'll get 2, and we have a couple of AoE spells like the Cyclone Blast. Meaning that we don't need to change a lot about our deck. And let's get to it. Last battle of this episode, I think. We immediately drew our Bullet Fist. And then we got a couple of chefs. I think I'm fine with this. And yeah, 2 Blaze Fists. And apparently no 1-cost cards for our Tundra Saw. So we basically get to have the coin and go first. More or less. Our dinosaur friend here drew an extra card, but it's a nice little advantage. 2 Shrubbersaurs. Let's maybe not do anything about that yet. Not with our spells at least. Maybe block it with a chef. Okay, so we have fish and grain. Do we already know what that does? Grain and spice is the only 2 ingredient combo we have. So let's try fish and grain. And that gives us restore for health, and if it's a minion, shuffle a copy into your deck. I mean, if we get our legendary minion, that's nice. Otherwise, the fact that it goes into the deck and not into our hand means that it's oftentimes we're not gonna see the benefit of this card until much later, other than the instant heal. But yeah, let me write that down.